Well, welcome back to this live broadcast on the World Wide Web. As I indicated earlier on, we're here in the mining town of Linden, and we're witnessing the first of a series of public campaigns. And I'm delighted to have on my left and on my right two of the co-founders of the Alliance for Change, Mr. Kimrad Ramkatan, who's the political leader, and Mrs. Kathy Hughes. I don't know her designation, but I guess she's a leader. Oh, she's an executive member. But let me start with you, Kimrad. How are your feelings as far as what is being served, the marriage is concerned? What has it done for you and the AFC?
Well, look, it's heightened our confidence that government can be changed for the very first time in Guyana after such a long time, since 1992. And it has also given a brand new hope to especially young people that, look, we can take back our country from those that got just now out there. When the convoy was coming in, I was part of the convoy. Oh, just made my heart swell, quite frankly. And I just hope that in the next 59 days, coming up to the May 11th, that what is going to happen, it's going to build bigger and it brighter, so that indeed on May 11th, we are going to remove the PVP from government.
Kathy, at Babojon last week, the PPP introduced their prime ministerial candidate, a woman, Mrs. Elizabeth Harper. And I'm sure that appeal obvious is being made to the women of Guyana. What can the women expect from a partnership for national unity, Alliance for Change government as far as women's issues and all of that is concerned? If you would speak for that.
Sure. I think the women of Guyana have seen over the last 10 years, not the last couple of days, but over the last 10 years, they have seen how the women in APNU and the AFC have served them. We have spoken out on a series of issues all the time. We've been very firm on issues of domestic violence. We've talked about, we've raised awareness to the issue, we've made suggestions, and we actually have a very comprehensive plan of what we plan to do to provide better support to the women of this country, who really are the ones that keep our families together. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, the reality is the women of Guyana are the ones that are taking the little bit of money and making it go a long way. They're the ones that are still providing the important nurturing role. And we want to make sure, you can hear them in the background too, we want to make sure that we provide facilities that protect and give them more assistance. We're talking about more daycare facilities. We're talking about drop-in centers with financial assistance for women that need to leave the situations of domestic violence and domestic abuse. So we've been very vocal for it for the last 10 years, and I think that is the message. We've been doing it.
You know, and while we compete with the crowds in the background, we're also as much as enthused as you are. Before I let you go, Kimrad, we had some disturbing news earlier this week, or this past week, about that lone protester, and you're an attorney at law, and Guyana is now reeling from that loss. What are your thoughts on what happened?
Look, there is no doubt in my mind it was provocatory an act. It had to come from those who do not want the message of a communing to get into the minds of especially young people and the citizens of this country. And I am absolutely certain that the authorship of that kind of gunning down came from those who want to kick some asses, quite frankly. And that is the ideological background and that backdrop against why that happened. And it is very, very dangerous a game that the government is playing. They might want to deny that it did not inspire that kind of thing. But when you start doing your nonsense by the vocals, saying stupid things, you can get stupid people out there doing stupid things. And that is exactly what happened. I feel that we in the opposition must not be provoked. That is the message Crum Ewing would have told us. Don't be provoked. Because the PVP is at the weakest when there is tranquility and calmness and there is no provocation around. They want to provoke violence in the streets, and then they are going to put their television people to see how East Indians are beaten up, and then the East Indians are going to go back home. But not today. You can't insult East Indians' intelligence for that long. And I think it is paying off. Tranquility and calm, no provocation.
Thank you very much, folks. We're about to start. We're going to leave it here. We're going to send it to the stage and let you be a part of what is happening. It's all happening right here. Pt5 Park in the mining town of Linden. I'm Bobby Vera. We're going to go to the stage.
I'm going to be your MC for the cultural part of the evening.